everyone. I'm here with Parham from the Docsites. You guys have seen all their advertisings. I think they're everywhere. I think you guys own Facebook now, right? I mean, every time I open Facebook, I see the Docsites. I'm like, wow, they're everywhere. But that's good. That's good. I want to talk about expectations, right? And how people look at marketing and look at websites and things like that. And you were saying some things that were interesting that I want people to hear, because I've been talking about it with others as well. And that is, how much money should we spend on marketing? Like,
well, you and I were kind of having a conversation about what the rules are, right? Like what people should spend. I am pretty active in the dental community. I'm actually friends with other marketing companies and the owners, and we trade ideas and we share like, hey, what works? Because at the end of the day, this is a big community to me, dentistry, and we all like and support each other. And that's why I like talking to you on the phone, because we're here to help, right? We don't want dentists to hire us and just sell it and then leave, right? So we talked about around 5%, right? And I get a lot of calls from younger dentists or even dentists that are been around for 20 years, and they'll say, I want to do Google ads. And I'm like, well, do you know how much you want to desired gross revenue, how much you're currently spending on marketing? And more often than not, I get the answer of no, I don't. I don't even know what I should spend. I haven't. And I say, have you talked to a consultant? Nope, never. I just started the practice, right? And that's fine. Not everyone needs a consultant. I mean, but I think knowing your numbers before doing your marketing is really important. But I want to kind of take 2 steps into the knowing your numbers, right? Let's just say the whole number that I always hear is 1 million, right? Let's say you want to spend let's say you want to get to that desired revenue, right? 1 million. And you got to spend 5%. I doing this now for 15 years, right? Working with a top cosmetic dentist here in Beverly Hills, that he himself takes home 1 million, right? Learning what he spends and what he puts his time on, and working with my friend that has 11 offices in Vegas and his own lab and his own buildings, learning from everyone in between. 5% is a good baseline number. And please interrupt me on that, but if you have any feedback. But before that, know who you are, right? Because I want them to really listen to this, because I've just got a call. I got off the phone with him a few minutes ago before our Zoom. And it's a young dentist, man. His work was so beautiful. His teeth, I need to do some work myself. And I'm like, I would go to this guy. His office looks good. And he was showing me his Facebook ads. And he's marketing on Facebook the way a DSO markets, with these stock images. And he's like, hey, like, city of so-and-so, we have 50 new Invisalign coupons. And I'm like, dude, your work is beautiful. Your office is beautiful. Why is that your Facebook ad? And he said something. He's like, you know what? I've been running my own Facebook ads against this company's ads, and mine are bringing in more patients. The one photos of me. I'm like, why doesn't this company sit and get to know who you are? You're not a 50 coupons only on Facebook you're going to bring in patients that you don't want sitting in your waiting room. So then the other thing, after knowing who you are, is there a team buy-in, right? Here I'm lucky. I have 2 business partners where we've loved each other, argued with each other, traveled with each other, battled with each other, right? But it's a team. We know what we are and who we are as a team. I talk to too many leaders, right? I call dental practice owners leaders, right? It's the only business where you have to not only work on your business, but in your business, right? For the majority of dentists. Have a staff buy-in. And, one of your friends and team members, I see her post, Anissa, talks about the whiteboard, right? And I love that concept. And does your team know who you are, right? Are you guys all in alignment, right? Like, hey, we're really good at doing kids, or we're really good at doing Invisalign. Like, wow, like everyone's coming back to us after their Invisalign or their clear aligners, and they're saying how amazing. Let's, as a team, work on that a little bit more, right? Like, let's learn how to talk about that better and promote it, because now we're confident in how good we are, right? So this all ties into the marketing. Then it's the calls. How are you answering calls? How are you talking about it, right? When someone calls, I had a really good marketing mentor. He ran a Fortune 500 company. He said, you know where the marketing starts for most brick and mortar businesses? The parking lot. The second the parking is a challenge for a business, it's bad marketing, it's bad customer. So for the dental offices, it's your website, it's your Google profile, it's your phone call.
So many times I'm trying to confirm members, and I go on these websites that haven't been touched for like 15 years, and they still have the old HTML code for the websites, and they're like, oh, I don't need it. I have so many patients. I'm in the rural
Incorrect
area.
information.
Yeah, that they
You
all
know?
think they're in the rural area, they don't need it. But that's your window to the world. Nobody knows
Yeah.
who you are, you know.
And for $59 a month with us, that window to the world gets improved. And you know what it is? We actually send monthly emails to clients saying, give us more work, like send us more updates, right? So back to the marketing conversation, it's, does your team, are you aligned as a team, right? Is is the goal as a leader, like, and it doesn't have to be numerical. Some people aren't driven by, hey, I want to do $1 million a year in production, right? Some people want to be better service providers. Your office manager may not be driven by numbers. They might care about, we want to make more people happy that walk through our door. That all aligns with your marketing and how you spend. Then the next is your demographic, right? If you're in near old age homes and 50 to 70-year-olds, then maybe certain platforms work better than others, right? Certain messaging works better than others, right? Maybe the photo that you post on your website, take one of you with your arm around a older person, right? Because that's the kind of person you'll connect with. But then I want to talk about the numbers now, going into the numbers. I hear too many offices not understanding the numbers, right? Of the 5%. So I broke it down with us and what you spend with us, right? So my breakdown is really like our starting setup fee cost and our starting, let's say if you want to go for our highest end, right? You want to do our Google ads and you want to do our best website, all in all, right? You're looking at around 3,500 setup fee total. You know, everyone gets a discount with your group. So it's a little bit less than that, but then you're talking about some photography. Nowadays, you can hire, I used people that did my baby's birthday to do some other photography for me. I'm like, do you do other stuff? They're like, yeah, I'll come to this place and do it. Because anyone can do good photos. You can go on Thumbtack, right? So let's say you're looking at around 4,000. What you do for directory listings that has the most benefit is all the associations you're a part of. Is your website listed there? If your practice website is not listed there, then you're missing the biggest directory listing, right? So all of that goes into your marketing costs, right? And then what's the last thing? This is something we don't do, but why I wanted to talk about the numbers. Internal marketing. How are you getting your current patients to get you more new patients? Because those are the best patients. Those are the people that will say, hey, Bob recommended me. Bob knows more about dentistry, medical. He told me that you're the best dentist in Florida. You can be honest with your treatment plan, give it to them, and they're going to say yes because they were referred, right? Rather than finding you online.
Yeah, it's the lowest customer acquisition cost, right? People who watch Shark Tank, they should know internal marketing doesn't cost anything. You know, you just do people good and ask them to refer their friends and family. You know, it's just a common sense thing.
I just turned down one of your members recently from signing up yet because I said you have 400 plus 5-star reviews. What are you doing right now? Because their stuff looks good and they need to organize things a little bit more. And I said, I don't want you to jump to us and then say you're unhappy. Let's take this slow dance, right? And she's like, nothing. I'm not doing anything for those 400. I'm like, that's right there, the money that you want to get new patients for the associate you hired, because she wants new patients for her associate. And I'm getting more reports from her to see what we could do to improve. But I'm like, what are you doing with that? That's your new patient numbers for the associate.
Right.
So that's why I came on here and I said, let's talk, Bob, about this 5%, have everyone break down, and then put a plan together. What are we doing? What do we want to promote? How are we getting more referrals? Then you could come to us.
You know, what I like about the Docsites is that they're a good company. Their customer service is great. You call them, whatever you need, they'll take care of it. But they also give you a modern looking website that has good SEO that represents you. I think my brother went with you, right? My own brother signed up with you guys.
We have 40, 50 members of DIG now. Yeah. And I just had someone on our lowest SEO package say, I'm seeing more patients from Google and it's only been 3 months. We're honest. We'll tell you what you need and if we can boost those things up. But at the end of the day, the service, quality, personalization, it's better to always show, right? This is one client that I love what he did. He got us a really nice logo. We did the site, by the way. Like it's all our design, our Premiere template. He got us a nice photo of him. Again, photographers nowadays, $300 to $500 for an hour. They'll come and they'll do the job, right? Then he focused on his messaging, right? The future of dentistry lives here. I want to know more about this office. I am an existing patient. I want to become a new patient, right? So then we organized his website really well. Then right away, Bob, do you know why we have the dentist as the second section? And this is why marketers should be talking more about these things. And I'll tell you why. We have analytics on 800 plus dental websites. Guess what the top 3 visited pages? Your bio page. Stop just putting a paragraph with your associations and leaving that blank. Most people will pick you based on the dentist at your office and how you look and what you present. Then another thing that surprises a lot of people is how much time people spend on the homepage. We're noticing people will spend 3 to 5 minutes on the homepage. So if you do things that are special for your practice, right? Family dentistry, 1 visit crowns, right? We should put Glidewell here for you guys, but we like all the companies. And then your reviews, right? So the reviews here, you have to show Google. Stop putting the name of the person and the review. The Google with the timestamp, the 5 stars, the specific review. People read that. Then he's got like his technology broken down, right? Again, we collaborated with the client, and that's how this site became as good as it did. It's not, if you just say, here's my credit card, make me a website, it's not going to look great. But if you say, here's some photos, here's what I want to be known about, here's a video, right? Technology, expertise, compassion, right? Here's photos of the family. He's promoting himself as a family dentist. Photo of him with the kid, right? If he wants to be a dental implant dentist, then it should be him with the older guy, right? Who needs an implant, right? So all of this is here, and it's telling the story, right? As one of your other sponsors does really well. Tell the story, right? If you want to promote implants, right? Stop just putting search engine optimization text. Show me what my smile will look like after the implant, right? Show it to me. Make me excited that you're going to be the office I want to work with. Tell me,
Right.
implants for the average person is like buying a car, right? No one ever walks into the dealership and says, hey, I saw your ad. I'm ready to sign. They go look, they talk to 3 dealerships. And I hate comparing dentists to dealerships, but you have to think about the dollar amount. It's like that for the average person. The average person doesn't have 10 to 20K expendable. So they need to feel trust towards you. They need explanation, right? This is a great website. You can literally have these websites if you don't even want to do marketing, but want us to update it with the quality of a web designer for $59 a month, right? And then I recommend, because I think now as much we sell websites, right? And it's our bread and butter, but I do recommend that your Google profile becomes a part of your marketing, right? Because what our stats are telling us, right? Our stats are telling us that 50%, 50, now even more, it's leaning even more, believe it or not, that they're looking at your Google profile even more. So if you have before and afters, update them here. We'll do that for you too in your marketing. We'll update your Google profile. We'll post for you. And the reason we like doing this is because we know a lot of people go to their phone, right? They go to the Google Maps and they'll type dentist near me. And if you don't have this profile updated, then you're missing out on that batch. So for $2.99 a month, times 12, like let's say, I promise you're going to see an ROI on that, and we include blogging too.
Yeah, awesome. The other thing I wanted to mention today is that Powerhome and Docsites are going to be at our event in October, the Digapalooza, and they always have nice little surprises that they bring to these events. If you want to come and check them out, you can actually look at it in person, their websites and things like that. So it's October 25th and 26th. I think last time you guys gave away a nice iPad, didn't you?
iPad giveaway, Starbucks cards giveaway, lots of free ideas. And we were working now with members that were there, and I personally have gotten like amazing feedback from people that attended, the practitioners that were there. I asked them, because you and I are friends, right? And I tell you the truth about everything. And I asked all of them, like, what'd you think about Bob's event, right? And every one of them told me that they really liked it. Some loved it. They used that exact word. And I like, that's being frank with you. And I would tell you, hey, Bob, they don't like it.
Yeah,
So
we got even bigger this time. We have 5 speakers that are, in my opinion, world-renowned speakers. You know, these are the people that you can't see all together. You have to go separately to see them. And I'm getting them together for this whole 2 days, and they're going to enjoy it. Hey, I want to go ahead.
No, and the logistics of the show is perfect too, for people traveling, because we travel all the way from LA. So I want to say, if logistics are a challenge, like, because I have a baby now and I'm very hands-on with her. I even brought her last year.
Right.
So for those, like, because it's in a really nice area, my wife went shopping in that area, which, cost me a little bit of money, but that's okay. What I'll say is, like, the logistics were also great, on top of the program being really good too. I did want to mention that.
Yeah, we're still in the same area, half-hour away from each airport and the downtown Chicago, but it's a nice place that people want to go. Hey, I want to thank you for being here today, and hopefully we can do this again, okay?
Thank you, Bob. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.